Yeah. Sometimes holding on feels harder than letting go, but I'm still here, still trying. Yeah. Yeah. I've been walking through the silence like it's something I deserve, trying to figure out the meaning in the things that never work. Everybody sees the surface, they don't see the way it hurts. All the wounds I never treated, all the battles I rehearsed. Pressure sitting heavy on the places that I hide. Fear is like a shadow always standing by my side. Tell me why my past is always begging me to fold. Tell me why the memories keep digging for my soul. I've been trying not to break, but I break in the dark, trying to stitch myself together with the pieces of my heart. Yeah, I know I'm not the person that I wanted to become, but every time I wanna quit, I whisper, hold on, just hold on, 'cause I'm still holding on, even when the world feels heavy and the nights feel long. Trying to find peace in a place I don't belong. I'm not okay, but I'm holding on. And when the weight gets strong and every step forward starts to feel so wrong, I remind myself the darkness never lasts too long. I'm not okay, but I'm holding on. Truth is, I'm learning how to stand when I shake, learning how to bend without fully letting break. People always tell me time heals, but time steals everything I used to feel, and that's real. I've been trying to forgive myself for things I can't admit, trying to clean the mess inside me, though I never feel equipped. I'm afraid of being honest, 'cause I fear what I'll expose. But hiding every weakness only makes it grow. Some days I feel alive, some days I barely cope. Some days I wear my pain like a promise or a joke. But even when the storms in my chest feel strong, I tell myself again, hold on, just hold on, 'cause I'm still holding on, even when the world feels heavy and the nights feel long. Trying to find peace in a place I don't belong. I'm not okay, but I'm holding on. And when the doubts grow strong and every step forward feels like I'm moving wrong, I remind myself the darkness never lasts too long. I'm not okay, but I'm holding on. Yeah. Maybe healing's not about forgetting every scar. Maybe healing's learning how to walk with who you are. Maybe strength is found in all the moments that you've been, when you keep on trying even when you wanna end. I know pain, I know fear, but I'm still here. Still here. I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on.